here with Whitetail Vid. Guys, we want to go over shed hunting today. We have a lot of people asking us, have our deer at the farm lost their antlers and numerous things like that. And I think they get the misconception that, when our deer are losing their antlers, that the wild deer are losing their antlers. And that's not the case, guys. The case is, whenever it all has to do with nutrition. All right, our deer in our pens, their antlers are solid white. All after they lose their velvet, they're solid white. They don't, doesn't matter what they rub on or anything like that. They're white because of the amount of protein that goes into their antlers. All right, so whenever I say that, what I need everybody to realize is that because they have the perfect diet, that is what makes them hold their antlers longer. Okay, so there you'll find that if a deer gets injured or something like that, they'll lose their antlers a lot earlier than what most deer will. So if they don't have a good food source or good water source, or their body is depleted, they're going to lose their antlers before a deer that has all the amenities, like a great food source, constantly getting fresh water. Fresh water. There's some people that say they drink out of a nasty mud puddle, and they do. But anybody that knows the body, anybody's body, an animal's body, a human's body, you're putting that nasty water into their body. That is got bacteria. I mean, deer get worms. I mean, there's so many different things, guys. Stagnant water isn't good for anybody or anything. So if you are in the belief that water can be dirty in a whitetail, yeah, they'll drink it. Anything will drink it if it's thirsty, but it's not good for them. So guys, yeah, we want to talk about the health of a whitetail. Not only that, but we also want to talk about private land versus public land. All right, so private land, guys, a lot of people are like, oh, we want to make sure that our deer, everything's lost their antlers before we go out there, because they don't want to push some of those big bucks off their property. Okay, I get that. And I would definitely, I'm a firm believer in, if you have a sanctuary, you don't go in your sanctuary. I don't care what time of year it is, you stay out of your sanctuary. Okay, now if you have things that you're putting in your sanctuary, or you absolutely have to go in and hinge cut some trees or something like that, then yes, go in there, do what you got to do, and get out. But make sure that when you go in there, you're doing everything that you have to do, and then get out. Because yes, I think deer can pattern you. I think deer can get used to you. Okay, but I also think that in that process of patterning area, they're going to see that you're there a lot. And you know what? They're not going to be there a lot. So guys, that's the biggest thing, is make sure that when you go into your sanctuary, the 1 or 2 times a year, you're getting as much done as you could possibly do, and then you're getting out. All right, you got to get out. That is their space, that is their place. Okay, you wouldn't want somebody coming into your home and that you just absolutely just don't want in your house. I mean, if you don't want somebody in your house, you're not going to like them there. Okay, you're not going to want them there. It's the same thing. They don't want you there. Okay, so get in, get out. All right, but we're kind of getting off subject. So guys, if you're going in on your land, make sure that you have your cameras out and their cameras are running. Make sure that you see that the deer are losing their antlers. Okay, if you're getting pictures of almost every deer that you've taken pictures of throughout the year, and they've all got their antlers, well, there's no sense of going out looking. Okay, there's no sense getting in there, scaring and spooking everything out, just so that you can see if you can find some antlers. All right, so like I said, that's the biggest thing with anything. Trail cameras, make sure that you're doing your due diligence and checking to make sure that the deer are losing their antlers or have lost their antlers. So later in the year is when I would go. I would definitely say around March. Right now it's March 5th right now, 4th. March 4th, yes, and we went out this morning and looked ourselves, and so that's the best time, is to wait just a little bit longer, just to make sure that that the deer are losing their antlers and everything is in good shape. But now public land is different, guys. Public land, you can't. I mean, you may think, yeah, I hunt this and I don't want to go in there and spook deer out. But guys, if you're not there every single day, you don't know who's going in and out of there. People in our area, you know, they come out of St. Louis, they come out here, they'll go out and walk 10, 20, 30 miles in a weekend or a day. And that's hard on the deer because they are pushing them all over the place. So if you hunted a certain area, sorry about the wind, guys. If you hunted a certain area all year long, and now all of a sudden season's over and you've seen a deer that you want to try to find the antlers from, you know, 9 chances out of 10, those antlers are going to be on private land because there are so many people that are pushing that buck, including you going in and out of the stand. You know, it's a, you know, public land, so you probably don't care too much about, you know, getting in and out and however you get in and out of there. But yeah, so whenever you're doing that, guys, just make sure that you know that, you know, you're not the only one that is in the public areas looking for those antlers. And not say if you don't find them, not saying they wasn't there. Somebody may have came in and found them before you. But yeah, guys, another thing is sick deer. You know, if you're tracking a deer or you see fawns and stuff like that, you know, a lot of times fawns don't make it, and a lot of times fawns get sick. Okay, a lot of times if their fawn has gotten sick, his first year's antlers, they may only be, sorry man, the wind is really picking up. Sorry guys. The antlers on that buck only may be spikes, or he may be small. You cannot judge a buck by his first year antlers, guys. I have one in the pen. You would think, oh man, you got the perfect diet, you got all this stuff. You know, you must have huge yearlings, and we do. But we also have spikes. We had a spike this year because, guys, he got sick as a fawn, and he was only a spike. His body wasn't ready to produce antlers, so by the time it did, that's all he produced. Okay, so I'm not a believer in once a spike, always a spike. This buck is going to be huge this year. I got pictures of him as a spike. I will show you pictures of him this year as he's growing out. We're going to actually be doing, we're going to be filming throughout the year and showing you the bucks once a week. So yeah, guys. But yeah, typically though, whenever we're out shed hunting, the best places to look, fences, ditch lines, anywhere where a deer has been crossing, where they got to jump, you know, that is definitely the best place to look. Food sources, if you have food sources, guys, food sources are a great place to look. But the thing is if you're not getting daytime pictures of deer in your food source, he's only there at night. 9 chances out of 10, he's not bedding close. He is bedding pretty far away. A deer that gets up in the middle of the day, it comes out into your food plot, they're bedding close. Okay, they're bedding pretty close to your food plot. That's why they're there during the day. But if you've got a deer that's coming in at night, 9 chances out of 10, he's bedding pretty far away. And guys, you know, that's just one of those things where maybe you do, maybe you don't. All right. But yeah, if you got any questions or anything like that, get